for educational purposes only. I would like to share some of the tips and tricks, some things I discovered while editing my latest video. I'm an amateur filmmaker. This is the second music video I've done. And let's start with the background. So this is a music video that I decided to shoot at half the speed, the main portion of the video. And please, if you, after you watch this video, watch the actual final product, so it will be making more sense than me showing you various parts. One thing that is very helpful is to take all of your footage, all of your various angles, different shots, wide close-ups, kind of shaky footage. Review it and organize it. So if you notice here, I have a bunch of video files, and I reviewed them and I labeled them with meaningful labels. Like, for example, this is just, see, the drummer hitting the drum. All right, drums through. There's another one. See, a bunch of pre-roll. A bunch of yes. Video like this. See, this is how slowly we were playing this song. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how we did it is we simply slowed down the song, and we all heard it at the slow speed, and you can hear it in the recording. It's really helpful if you're editing a music video to actually be able to hear the song in the background. It's very much, it's very easy to synchronize it if you can actually hear the song. If not, then you have to do a lot of guesswork. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's show you some more. This is our singer. She's actually singing along to the song, so it looks more natural. So see, this is at the speed at which we shot it, and it looks nothing like the final finished product. And the reason that I decided to speed it up is to give it this more neurotic, kind of paranoid feel, which at normal speed it's never going to look this way. So it looks completely different. Alright, so you get my point. Organize your videos. A part of my style that I don't think it's uniquely mine, but is I have a bunch of filler stuff, a lot of quick cuts, a lot of random stuff. So I remember I walked down the street from my office to just walking downtown, and if I see something, I would film interesting stuff. Like I saw this fish carousel, for example, and I did a time-lapse video, and it appears twice in the video. Cars, time-lapse. What else? More filler. The stuff we did a time-lapse on the subway platform where I live. See other stuff that probably don't even notice because it happens so fast. But it's like somebody drew a heart. Like, let me film it. Broken glass also makes an appearance. This is just filmed on my phone. The rest of the footage was filmed on a professional camera. Some more time-lapse footages. Some other stuff like that. So yeah, do the backwards video, and in one part of the music video we actually have our singer do, here we go. So this is, she's actually, see, I'm counting it as she is saying stuff backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then I simply flip that back, and it appears as people are walking backwards, cars are driving backwards. All right. So now that we've seen the actual footage, let me show you some of the special effects that I did. First of all, if you notice, there are lots of micro edits, lots of them. Let me show you this accidentally discovered dolly zoom that I that I did. So this is a time-lapse footage of me walking down the street in Manhattan, and it looks just looks kind of boring. But what I did is I added a Ken Burns effect, and a Ken Burns effect is basically automatic zoom. You set the beginning frame and the end frame. So if we set it to start like this and end like this, as I'm walking down, you see what's happening is that this street is like stretching out. You see this effect? Some kind of like an optical thing. This dolly zoom has been used extensively by Hitchcock and lots of directors, even Spielberg used it. See? Isn't it cool? So as I mentioned, my style is a lot of filler, and adding filler works best if it's like sped up and it's brighter. So most of the music video is simply in black and white. If I see, this is the actual footage. If I set it to black and white, it looks like this. And I took the same footage and I sped it up. It's ridiculously fast. I reversed it and I made it brighter. See, the brightness is set all the way here. So just like all these things make it more exciting if you have these bright flashes. In this shot, I lit a match next to my phone. So see a bunch of these. Haha, and then you just like a quick flash. Something happens, a change in the perspective. It's nowadays people's eyes are just expecting rapid editing. This kind of editing techniques would not fly back in the 50s or something like that, but it's refreshing, I think. So you just take the frame and readjust it for just one split second, right? And then back to something else. And there's so many random shots, like our singer just like adjusting herself. And nobody even notices that. See, it's just like a flash, 0.2 seconds of something. The brightness is increased. It's sped up. You can take any boring shot and then you crop it up, change the brightness, add some random stuff, zoom in, and it will look exciting like this. See? You don't even know what the hell that was. And all this is another Ken Burns. See? From here to here, it just goes like just momentary kind of blur. Oh, here's our fish footage. See, I applied some filter here, changed the brightness and contrast so nobody knows what the heck it is. Something weird. Now this is the backwards scene. So it's like, oh, far away, well, relatively far away, then up close with increased brightness. Then something here. I use a different take. So it just looks chaotic and nobody knows exactly what's going on. You see, I cut to cars. Lots of stuff like that. See the same shot but brighter. Zoomed in, zoomed out. So this looks. So you see a lot of these rapid shots, and if I don't have another sort of angle, I can take the same footage and just frame it differently, change the brightness a little bit so it appears like it's another take, even though it's the same exact piece of footage. Here's a fun little thing I did. So I simply cropped up this footage, and I set a different filter, dreamy, for split second, so it looks like this old film. Yeah. And here I readjusted the frame a little bit. See, just a tad. So this gives it this aged film kind of look without any sort of plugins, right? Oh, and here's where it all goes crazy. So it's slowed down, then really fast, just like, whoa. Then I change the contrast, sped it up. So stuff like that. Lots of random shots, lots of stuff that you won't really understand what it is you saw, but it conveys this kind of paranoia. And see, that's a shattered glass shot. Another effect I want to show you, this is, you can play with this footage, for example. What you can do is, let's take this and do a Ken Burns effect like this. So Ken Burns will zoom it in, see? And one thing to note is that Ken Burns does not work every time, meaning it does not look convincingly. Doesn't if you have just static footage that does not move, doing a Ken Burns is going to look like digital zoom. It's not going to look like. It's going to look like a news segment, like somebody just zooms in digitally. But if you have a lot of camera movement, and the Ken Burns kind of follows that camera movement, then it looks good. See, if the camera just was on a tripod, then it would look incredibly boring. But one trick I discovered is if you set the Ken Burns, you can break up the video like this. If you Control B, and Control B, Control B. So you can have this earthquake sound, earthquake special effect kind of obnoxious. But something that I accidentally also discovered, and you can try to use it. Anything else? Just a bunch of random stuff, a lot of micro edits. Oh, this piece, I wasn't sure it was going to come out good. So this was filmed just outdoors and without listening to the actual song, so the rhythm was all over the place. So what I did is I took this video footage and I cropped it up into pieces and I changed the playback speed. So this segment is at 50%, this is at 30%, this is at 80%, this is 40%, 120, 120, 100%. But the bottom line is that if your footage does not align to the audio, it's perfectly okay to just break it up, and you see all these segments of 1 second, 3.8 seconds. Change the playback speed, and it looks really cool. It's kind of slow, then it becomes normal. This is the bridge scene. So I took this footage, cropped it up, and here I see crop to fill. Here it's just full frame. Here I get a little fade to black. Oh, and so when she says crazy, so I just split up this clip. I changed the speed here to slow speed, and I did a transition between them. So it looks like she's going crazy. See? It's kind of doubling effect. And then a bunch of random stuff, a bunch of taking of the footage and just reframing it, changing the exposure and the brightness. Like here, I sped it up to 600%, made it brighter, so it's like, whoa, what is this? And this is the scene on the bridge where she's bumping into people. So for extra effect, I made the contact scenes where she's like bumping into people. So I made it brighter, and I adjusted the frame. So bam, and I sped this part up, and then I slowed it down. So the point is that you can take your footage, chop it up into pieces, and change the playback speed, and it's going to look, as I found out, it's going to look very smooth. It's not going to look like you chopped it up into pieces. See? All right. So here's more fish with another filter. See, nobody knows what the hell it is. It's like, what is that? Then a time lapse that I chopped up into pieces and changed the brightness. Some more random stuff. Like she's going berserk. Some more blurs. here's the scene where the drummer disappears. So how we film this is we put the camera on the tripod, so he's playing, then he runs off the set, um, runs out of the frame and hits the drums with his drumsticks. Not the drums, the cymbals. So I found this position where the cymbals are aligned and then they start moving by themselves. So it's like he disappears. And then there's a singer alone after she killed everybody, and it's like a lightning kind of effect. Same thing. Increasing brightness, adjusting the frame, and so could be perceived as lightning or maybe old film. Nobody knows. All right, so her singer is waking up, checking her phone, and here what I wanted to do is see as she's opening her phone, it becomes in color. So I literally took the clip, split it up, set the filter to noir, and here I set it to none. So it just like magically becomes in color. Well, there's a lot of other tricks that I can show you, but in this video will be probably another hour. So just wanted to share some techniques, how to organize your videos with proper names that you can use to identify what it is you're looking for. Trim out all the extra stuff so it's easier for you to edit. And then this is to emphasize my style of editing. Lots of micro edits, lots of short clips where the brightness constantly changes, where there are all these like shots that just either are unrelated or the brightness is changing. And it keeps kind of the viewer entertained as opposed to like, oh, this is boring. Have all these different shots. And that's it. And to emphasize, no plugins were used in this video. Everything you see was done with iMovie. All of your filters and Ken Burns and frame effects. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me stop this video and please comment, please subscribe, please like, dislike, and that's it. Thank you so much.